So Phil Baumgart here. We did a upstairs walkthrough of this home. We're just in the basement. I'd like Paulie to go over how he evaluates basement issues. Yeah. We got Cinthya here. She's learning and got her notepad and everything. So take it away, Paulie.
How are you? Anyway, we're downstairs in the basement here at this. It's a pretty big house, actually. And a lot of times, if you're in a good neighborhood and you can finish out a basement and per square foot, you're going to get your money back, it's worth it. In this case, I think that the house upstairs is big enough, so when you're evaluating a house, I would take a space like this. You have, a one-car garage and stuff. I would take a space and just come in here, pressure wash it, clean it up. You got the leak from upstairs. Remember, it was leaking upstairs. You want to rip all this out and just start over here and just clean it up. You could put something, what they call epoxy paint, floor paint, and it's cement paint. You see these in, you usually see this in a garage. And it's this epoxy paint, and it goes on, and it doesn't peel up. So it's really good just to clean it up. I would just just spray the walls like a white color just to brighten it up, clean it up, and get rid of all this like junk in here, and just call this the basement/garage just storage. And it's clean, getting rid of all these water stains. This water stain will cause you a sale because most people will think it's coming out from the inside. From the outside coming into the inside, and a lot of it is. There's an issue with water, and a lot of times the only way to get rid of that is to do a French drain system. Now, if you were finishing this out, then I would go through and tell you, okay, dig all the way down to the footer, put your French drain and all that. But you're pretty much on a flat piece of land here. If you just put a surface drain on the outside, which is a lot less expensive than digging all the way down and doing a complete French drain system. If you just put a surface drain, that'll alleviate a lot of this water that's protruding through the wall on the outside. That's just surface water getting into this house. So doing a surface French drain, because there is no hill and all the water coming in, will certainly take care of that. Now, if you were finishing this out, you'd have to do a full French drain, seal it from the outside in. What I would do after you do a surface French drain, I would come in here and seal this from the inside. And there's this product called Duralock, and it's expensive, but it works pretty good. And you have to put 2 or 3 coats on here, and that will be in your painting budget. Now, the painting budget will go up a little from what we talked about it was, because you have a lot of epoxy floor painting here, you got some pressure washing here, and you got some Duralock paint that goes on these interior walls. So now you're looking, this whole space right here, I would evaluate it to be $1,200. $1,200 plus. That's for labor to get it all prepped and cleaned up and so on. For labor and material, it'll be about $1,200. Now,
you got some sheetrock work here.
Yeah, the sheetrock work is not that expensive, but you want to get rid of that mold, And a lot of that insulation that's wet has to come out, and then that has to be dried out before you put new insulation in there. Now, when you get your mold remediator guy for the upstairs mold, he's going to come out here and he's going to look at this, and you're going to have him remediate that. A mold remediator, usually for something, not a lot of work, something like this will be around $2,500 to $3,000. These guys come at a premium, and it's because, it's a specialty thing. And I have a mold remediator guy that comes in. A lot of people think that they could come in here and do it themselves, and the mold will come back. And we know this. Ask me how I know this. Because we try to save the money and do it that way. We sell a house, and then the lady's like, oh my God, I smell mold, and there's mold coming back. We brought in a mold remediator, and we missed a spot, and the mold just multiplied as the lady lived there. We had to go back into the house, rip out the whole basement that we did, and we ended up losing $20,000, came out of our profits. So it's better to do it right the first time, do it, hire the right people, and don't try to like chintz out. So whenever you see mold, know that it's gonna come at a premium. Those mold guys, they have their, you know, they have a lot of equipment, they have a lot of knowledge, and they know that without them you can't sell the house. And a lot of times they'll give you a letter stating that it's a transferable letter, that stating that there was mold here before, because you got to disclose it, but we remediated it and it's gone and it's not coming back. And so they're liable now because they gave you that, not you. So if we would have done that to the house I just explained to you, we wouldn't have lost $20,000 because it would have been done right. So always try to get the right people in here. And a lot of times people will tell you they're the right people, but they're usually not. As far as the windows down here, you know, I didn't know there was more windows. I didn't realize there was a basement. There is good news that you have a basement. I'm looking at this plumbing, and this plumbing is not going to cost you $4,000 like I thought. And I would erase that $4,000 and say it's going to be around $2,000 because there's no crawl space, and they can work easy. And a lot of this plumbing is already PVC, which is today's code. It looks like somebody already came in here and redid the plumbing, probably about 10, 15 years ago, so it's still good. But anyway, let's sign off on here.
You want to walk around the outside, see if there's anything?
Yeah, we'll get to that later, because I want to get to the actual budget. Anyway, this is Paulie Pocketz, a.k.a. Paulie Pocketz, and Cinthya Rodriguez, as she would say. Cinthya, was that pretty educational for you?
Yeah, it was great. I've learned a lot, so thank you so much.
No problem. Always revert back to these tapes, these recordings, because let me tell you, I wish I had this when I first started. I hope that helps you out in YouTube land. Me and Cinthya signing off. We're going to make $45,000 on this house, if not more. Anyway, we're signing off.